Hello, Zazerlites, and welcome back to our Satisfactory Let's Play. So, last episode, I built our circuit board factory, and, I fixed the sulfuric acid snafu where, essentially I was thinking sulfuric acid was like packaged nitrogen gas. It's not, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so I have switched all that around. There's now 2 drone ports over there for sulfuric acid, and I also put a drone port up on the roof to bring our circuit boards down to our main factory here, which we don't need currently this second, but we're going to need as we expand our high-speed connectors. And as far as expanding our high-speed connectors, the next step to doing that is freeing up the silicon, or silica, from our bauxite over here. So we are going to, this episode, revamp our bauxite. We need more bauxite or more aluminum ingots anyway. So we are going to revamp this, though, and we're going to revamp it in a way that it doesn't produce or use silica. And that's going to free up our silica to produce our high-speed connectors. And it's going to free up, or we're going to have a second line of, at the end, we'll have a second line of aluminum ingots going up. And we'll be able to get all the aluminum casings we need for everything. So this is just the natural next step in the process. And I know you guys have issues with aluminum production, so I want to try to do this as much step by step as possible and explain the process. But the very first thing we need to do actually is cut off this coal that's coming down here, because we're going to be using petroleum coke now, and cut off this silica. And this can just run out as we are upgrading all this stuff. And we'll come over here and we will redo the recipes. So I want to explain this. So this is the current recipe that we're doing, because we're going to be using alternate recipes now. And this is just a stock recipe. 120 bauxite produces 120 aluminum solution and outputs some silica, but it uses quite a bit of water. So we're going to switch these recipes here over to our sloppy aluminum recipes. Now this uses 200 bauxite and produces 240 aluminum solution for just slightly more water. So we're going to need more of these machines, however. But this is just step one in the process here. Now we are making sloppy aluminum. Now we're not going to worry about the ratios of the water until the end, actually. The water is actually going to be the most complex part of this. But we're no longer outputting any sort of silica, so we're just going to get rid of all this. We don't need it anymore. We're going to be getting rid of these foundries as well. Let's just do this all at once. Hopefully I got enough room in my inventory. I get a bunch of concrete boring in here with it, but oh well. This is going to stop all of our production upstairs, because we're not going to be producing aluminum ingots for a little while. But we can live with that. And I'm dropping boxes down, so let's see what we got in here. We can scrap all this. Scrap all this bauxite. Scrap the coal. Scrap the silica. There we go, makes a little room. Okay, we're going to be using smelters instead of foundries now. That's another alternate recipe, but we'll set that up after we do all this over here. And I left a floating conveyor over here. Okay. So we now have 2 lines of bauxite. So I did upgrade to Tier 3 miners, so we have 2 720 lines of bauxite coming in now. And these sloppy aluminum, they use 200 apiece, so 3 of these machines use 600, and this one will use 180. So we'll set this one down to What percentage here? Probably 90. That ought to be close. If it was 100%, 90 would be... Yeah, so 90 should use 180 bauxite. Okay, so we'll need 4 more for the second line. Should probably heal myself before I kill myself. Actually, this is not going to be 780. It's not going to be 80 bauxite. It's going to be 20 bauxite. So actually, we need to jump this down to... Actually, you know what? Let's just... We need 120 in here, actually. Sorry. That'd actually be 60%. That's better. So we will leave this one up. And that means this one down here will be 60% as well. Yeah, so if it was 100, it'd be 50, so 120 would be 60. And set these for sloppy alumina. Okay. Let's see, we should bring this one out here. You know what? Let's just throw a splitter in here. Put on that line. Right there. And we'll need a splitter here. And a splitter here. There's one. Okay. Power's on this side, I believe. Let's see, this is going to put out 240, 480. So that's one line plus, we'll need to split this line. So we're going to have to add some lines here. Okay, will these run through here? They are long enough. Okay, so we got two coming out into this main line, and we'll need part of this line coming out into here, so need to throw a splitter in here somewhere. We do it right here? Kinda. Will that hook up? I don't think so. No. Will it hook up this way? No. Maybe it's different. No? Okay, so this is going to get complicated. It will fit there. Move this over. So I'm going to work with that one. Now we're going to need to put a valve right here. Come on that direction. Okay. So we got 240, 480. We'll need another 120 to come up here. So we only want no more than 120 to come out of this valve. We'll set that at 120. Okay, so the 240 that this machine is producing, 120 will come through here into this pipe to make that a full 600 pipe. And then the other 120 should come up here and start feeding this pipe. And then this has to be moved off of this pipe. Up to this pipe. There we go. Alright, so now we have two pipes here. This one's going to have 120 out of this machine. And this is the, no, actually, this is still, yeah, this is the 60% machine. So it's going to put out 144. So we're going to have 244 coming out, or into this pipe so far. And this one's going to be another 240, so that'd be 488 basically, or 484 actually. So we'll just we'll call that 480 though, just to keep the math as simple as possible. So again, we will do the same thing here. We'll need a third line. This line will come to there. We'll need to put a valve on here. And set that for 120. Then we'll need to put a splitter there and a splitter in here. There we go. So again, we should have 120 going in there, which will make that a full 600, and 120 coming up here. And then that 120 plus this 240 and and whatever extra this is will actually be a little less than a 600 line going that way. So far so good. Approaching others' clearance. That doesn't make any sense. Whose clearance are we encroaching? That really makes no sense at all. That valve, I guess. Let's just get rid of these, actually. I don't want to get rid of that valve. See how this... Still encroaching others' clearance. Okay, that makes no sense. Interesting. Let's try this and see if this works. Still says encroaching. It's got to be this valve, I suppose. Move that pipe in here like this. No, still encroaching. So it's got to be this. Actually, let's just get... Yeah, let's get rid of these. Okay, yeah, that makes no sense whatsoever. But hey, whatever. Put this back in. Oh, that's not working. Set to vertical. Still not working right. I have to redo this entire setup here, it looks like. That's better. What a headache. Okay, though, so now we should have two 600 lines, I believe. Actually, yes, 1, 2, 600 lines, and then this top line has a now 120 plus this 240 plus that 144, so 360, 504 will be in this top line. Hopefully. Those might need some pumps on them. Not, oops. Let's make that vertical. I think those might actually need some pumps on them to actually reach that high. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in. Remember the problems we ran with our circuit board factory because of that? Okay. This top line should have 600. It's going to need water. Like I said, we'll figure water out later because we're going to be pumping as much water back as possible, so we'll figure out the infeeds later. Let's get these in here, pipes. Okay, so these are now going to use this alternate recipe here. This is we were using coal before. So aluminum solution and coal to make aluminum scrap and outputting water. Instead, now we are going to use this alternate electrode aluminum scrap. So we're going to use petroleum coke and aluminum solution. So it uses 180 aluminum solution now to put out 300 scrap and 105 water. I'm going to write that down real quick. Okay, so we're going to need 3. Actually, 3 and some change of these, 2. Okay. 3 of these will use the 180. I'll hook up power just to make it easier to fly around over here. This will be per pipe too. Okay. So it'll take 3 full refineries to use this one 600 line. And this one underclocked to some degree. I'll have to figure that out here in a second. Yes, okay, so let's see. 180, 180, 180 would be, let's just use the in-game calculator, I suppose. 600 divided by 180. 3.33. So we'll need one at 33%. Okay, so that just takes care of one 600 line. So we're going to have to build something out here, obviously. Can we fit 4 more in here? I kind of doubt it, but maybe. We can't. Close, but not quite. Let's just get rid of these. Get rid of this line here because it's going to be in our way. To be away. I'm missing motors. I might have to go up and get some motors, get some other stuff. I need to build 4 more of these. Make sure this lines up first, though. To these ends here. That's not good. Approaching the other's clearance again. There we go. Just want to see if this is going to... Yes, it is. Gonna hook up. Okay. I'm gonna run upstairs and get some more stuff that I need, guys. I'll cut here and come back when I get back. Okay, guys, I'm back with the materials we need. Now, this top line only has 540 in it, so let's figure that out. So I think it's 544, but we're just gonna round down. We just need 3 for this one. So actually we had the room for 3 here, so let's just go ahead and put these 3 in here. Okay. There's all our refineries. Let's hook everything up. Okay. Throw some pipes in here. Did I already underclock this one? No, I haven't even set it. Well, it was these underclocked too. See, this one was underclocked to 33%, so this one will be too. Okay. And these three are staying at 100%. Pipes up here. Let me get rid of all this spare stuff. Looks good. Okay, run power. Here. There. Already have power over here for something. Okay. Power check, aluminum solution check. Need to get petroleum coke in from downstairs. Silica. Silica we're going to take up now for something else. We don't want to use this line. So, here looks good. Oh, what's in here? Oh, screws that we're no longer using. I don't think we're going to use those for anything else anyway, so let's just bring it down here at this line. Come over here, we'll get rid of this awesome sink. For now anyway, we'll have to put another one. We'll have to put another one in eventually. Okay. Will a bit in there. Flipped it will. Of course. Okay. Alright, so we have petroleum coke going over there now. And we will need an awesome sink, however. So we'll put an overflow splitter in here. And an awesome sink in out here. Then forward will, center will be any. And left will be overflow. Okay. So far, so good. So we're not going to be using those screws anymore, so I don't mind blocking those off. Get rid of these. Yeah. But it's going to work out well. Splitter in here. Put it right under the pipe, try to keep it a little uniform, I guess. That's going to end up being too long, yeah. Oh, oops. It's a little out of line, but I don't care. Okay, splitters. Get rid of these old ones. Good. That's not lined up. That's better. That's petroleum coke. Okay, so let's see. These are going to put out 300 aluminum scrap per minute. So we're going to have to run several lines. So 2 of these machines will be 600. Actually, let's figure out the water, then we'll figure out the scrap outputs. So let's see here. Each of these lines are going to be putting out 105 water. So we can fit roughly 4 per, not quite 5, but 4 per outfeed. So there's 2. This line. Now this one's underclocked at 33%, so it's only going to put out 34 water, so we can get, that'd be 315, that'd be about 375. That means we can't get one more on here. For 80. This one would be 585, right? 105, so 1, 2, 315 plus 405 would be 420. This one's full too, so 525. Then this 35 would be 580. So 580 line of water basically going down there. Good deal. And there's one machine that we can't hook up to this line. We're going to go ahead and disconnect this water line and feed line here. We're going to get rid of that valve for now. Okay, so we got, these are using 200, so we can run 3 machines. Almost 3 machines, not quite. I'm going to write that 585 down so I know what it is. We only need 15 water in that line. We're going to need 15 water in feeding into this line somehow, some way. For now, cut that off. Autosave, of course. Okay, so this one is going to put out a full 105. And we're going to start running lines from back here around. It's going to have to go over 3 high, so, or no, it's going to go around, so it can be 3 high. But this one over here is that 3 high or 2 high? The one that we're running over there is only 2 high, so 3 high would be fine. This work from there to there. No, not long enough. Approaching the other's clearance. Great. Afraid that was going to happen. That looks good. That's going to go right through that, so that's not going to work either. Okay. Good work. Oh. That looks good. It's going to be 105, 105, 105, 315, and 35, 380. $350, I mean. No, that's not right. Yeah, it is. 350. Too long. Here. Good deal. All right. Yeah, that's right. Put one extra on there. Okay, so 350 in this pipe plus this one be 455. 455 in that top pipe. We need 15 more in this pipe. So we're going to put... Will this work? Just go from here to here. And then put a valve on there. Set this valve to 15. There we go. So now we have 600 in that pipe feeding those three machines, which is exactly what we need. And 455 minus 15, so we have 440 in this pipe now. Sucks the power's on the other side there. Okay. So those three machines are good. We need these three machines. Get rid of all these water lines, actually. All these starter ones. Okay. I got three machines here. Leave that hooked up, but we're going to need... So we got 440, so we need 160 out of that line. Throw a valve in here. Set it to 160. Got 160 coming in this way, 440 coming in that way to feed these three machines for a total of 600. Makes sense? Did that go up? I didn't mean for that to go up. Okay, let's redo this. Why I ran that 2 above instead of 1 above. That'll have to do. Yeah, what we said this was 160. There we go. That's 2 600 lines. That was... One, two, these three. Okay, so now we are using all of our water that's coming out of those machines and coming back down here to feed most of these. So we only end up with these 2 machines here that are using 200 water apiece, so we need to rehook this up. And we're going to put a valve on this line. We really didn't even need that second water line, actually, so could have done all this off of one line. And we'll set this to 400. Actually, we don't even need a valve on here. When I think about it, it's not like we have to continue that down anywhere. So it'll just use what it needs. Okay, that should all work. Why aren't these filling up with water, however? Did I ever hook power? I did. Oh, that's right. We're not outputting the scrap yet. Okay. So this is putting out 300 aluminum scrap, so 300, 600. Should probably redo the floor over here and figure out how I'm going to set this up. Okay. So that's one 600 line there. So we just put a splitter here instead of a merger. Yes, yes. Put a merger in here. Pointing that direction. So half of this coming out of here will go this direction. That'll make one 750 line. The other half will come out this direction. So we'll put a merger in here. And we'll have it going that direction for our second line. This one's 300 as well. No, this one's 99. So 150, 90, we'll call that 100. So we'll 250 going this way. This one's 300, so it'll be 550 going this way. And another 300 would be 850. That's not going to work. I'll figure that out here in a minute. Okay, that's a 550 line coming out of there right now. We got a 750 line and a 550 line so far. $300 and $300 would be $600. So we'll have a 750, a 550, and a 600 line. Getting complicated. Okay. Let's just... We're going to have to run several lines through here. Okay. Actually, let's just run it down like this. That's not right. That's going to look not right too. Okay. That's our 750 line. It's our 550 line. This is our 600 line right now. Out of here, got, I get another 750 and a 250 line. Interesting. Switch your splitter here. Okay, 750, 750. This one's 250, that one's 550, and that one's 600. Okay, guys, we're back, and here it is now. So you got 48 different smelters here, smelting two 720 lines of aluminum ingots. And that was actually the easy part. The hard part was figuring out how to turn these 5 lines of all varying degrees of scrap and load balancing them into 4 equal lines to get our 2 lines of 720 out of here. And I'm not big on the whole load balancing thing. I normally just overflow everything, so I actually had to, really work at it and think about it. But our 750 lines are actually coming in, going down. Here, I'll start with this one up here. Actually, it's the bottom line here. But it actually comes down and even overflows down here back into this line. So 30 of them will overflow into here. And then the other lines all combine and then split over again until they come up into here to equal parts. So the top line here and the top line up there are getting equal parts eventually, once everything gets up and running anyway. So all of those are at least making aluminum solution now. A couple of them are probably still waiting on water from these, so it's all just sort of moving its way down here, then the water is, of course, is going back. And I also realized I messed up the water too, so because some of these are underclocked, so I had to go back through and reconfigure all the water lines to get them all in the right setup. But everything should be getting exactly enough water now once everything gets up and running for a while. But we have now 2 lines. So we got the bottom line here, which is the old line that's been going up for quite a while. And then we have the top one here that's, I need to still run it upstairs, and I need to add the machines for the aluminum casings, which, I'll be doing that off camera. But this is the new aluminum setup. And so we took 2 720 lines of bauxite and turned it into 2 720 lines of ingots, and we did it with out using silica, so that frees up the silica for our high-speed connectors later. So that's where we're at, and like I said, this load balancing was the only real confusing part, but I think I've got that figured out now. So anyway, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. We need to start gathering up some uranium and getting our plutonium, there's still some other things I need to do, like expand our steel and expand our high-speed connectors for our electromagnetic control rods and other things. So we might have a whole episode of just what I've done to prep for nuclear before we actually get to nuclear. But anyway, that's it for this episode, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. So have a good day. Hey guys, before we end the episode, let's see how many people we can get to click that subscribe button. Right there on the middle of the screen where it's flashing. Hey, good job. There's one. And another. Hey, you guys are getting it. Alright, that's enough of that. I'm not greedy. I want to thank you guys for watching the episode, and I will see you in the next video.